So we're recording. This is the Commission on Disability, June 1st at 10:05 a.m. I'm Eli Damon, the vice chair, and I'll be chairing this meeting because Angelique is not here. Is there someone else who can take notes? Because I've been taking notes and I can't do it and chair the meeting at the same time.
Amy, would you be willing to take quick notes for this meeting?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, so all right, there are 4 voting members here. Is that a quorum? How many total members do we have right now? Does anybody?
On the website, it says we have 9, but it's not accurate because it lists me as a member, and I'm definitely not a member.
Is Kelsey still?
It says we have Angelique, Eli, Kelsey, Jeff, Bob, Kate, and Bryce. Okay, that's 8. But Jeff Bagg, you don't count toward quorum, do you? Or
no, I think I do. I am an official member, so I do count.
Okay, so we have 4 out of 8. Is that a quorum?
No.
No. Okay. So, well, we can't vote on anything, but I'm not sure we had anything to vote on here. All right. Thank you, Jamie. Oh, thank you, Jamie, for taking notes. All right. Let's see. I guess there's no one here for public speak, so we can skip that. Let's see.
Actually, I'm sorry. We have 5 members present because Bryce and Bobby are in the same room.
Right, I was counting. So it's me, Bryce, Bobby, and Jeff Brown.
And Jeff Bagg.
Oh, right. Sorry, I keep not counting you.
So we do have.
We do have quorum. Okay. All right. Okay, great. So also I set up a Google Calendar notifications. Who got those?
I think I saw the email but chose not to have them.
Okay.
I take care of my own calendar.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you, Eli.
I can take you off of that. So no one else got them, or?
I think I got them, but I didn't know what to do with them. So. Okay.
Well, it's just a reminder, and I can if you don't need it, I can take you off the list.
You can keep me on the list. I mean, what I did notice is it populates my regular calendar for the meeting in July. It worked for me, so I'll keep it in. Fine. Okay,
because Angelique said she didn't get the notification, so I just wanted to figure out what the situation was. Okay. If other people didn't get them. Okay. Let's see. Sarah, Jeff, Sarah, Bryce. Jeff Brown, did you guys get notifications from Google Calendar?
I'm not sure if I did. I would have to look to see, and I can check after the meeting and let you know.
Okay, no problem. I'm just trying to figure out if they're working for everyone except Angelique, or what's going on. Okay.
I think they're working. I got them. I just didn't really process them. Oh, okay. I mean, I think I saw the notification flash across my phone and just.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There's nothing you don't have to respond to it or anything. All right. I just want to know what's going on. Okay. Let's see. So, all right. So you guys filled out a survey about what times you might be available for these meetings other than this one, and it appears there is no better option. So we're sticking with the first Tuesday at 10 o'clock until further notice. All right. So let's see. All right. So Sarah, you're going to give a presentation. So I think. Are you ready to do that now?
Yes, I can briefly explain the PREETS program.
All right, excellent. Go for it.
All right. So my name is Sarah Chaplin, and I work for Riverside Industries. And the program that I'm discussing is the PREETS program. It's something that we are helping Mass Rehab Commission connect to high school students ages 14 to 22. The goal of the program is to help students with disabilities explore educational and employment options to prepare them for life after high school. We offer 5 core services: job exploration, work readiness, work-based learning experiences and internships, and self-advocacy, and counseling on post-secondary education. This program is for any student age 14 to 22 with an IEP, 504 plan, or documented disability. The services are flexible and can be provided both at school or in the community. I'll give a brief explanation as to what the, so what is it? It's a no-cost workshop. They cover 5 employment-related topics. We serve, different youths, different programs, and, anyone can refer their student or their family member by completing a vocational rehabilitation request form. And we hold the workshops anywhere. We can hold them out in the community. We can hold them remotely from their home. We can have them come into our facility out in libraries, if they're in college, at the community college, at school, if they're in study hall. The program is really wonderful. It just helps give students a better understanding and what is expected of them and what employers expect of them when they're entering the community, the workforce. It also gives them an understanding for post-secondary. So, helps them make the connections, what to expect for post-secondary, giving that, so that they're not kind of walking into it blind. They have some help. And if there are additional needed services afterwards, we can help make those connections through MRC. And it's really nice because those connections can happen sooner than later. Students that have participated in our program have had internships at a variety of places. We're talking about welding, we're talking about video technology, grocery stores. It really depends on their level of interest and where they're interested in it. And, some of these internships are paid, which is a wonderful, thing, because then they're kind of getting that experience, but also getting a paid internship. Anybody who's interested, I ask to please, reach out and connect with me over at Riverside Industries. You can reach me at sarahchaplin@rsi.org. Or they can reach me at 413-527-2711, extension 147. Again, any questions, if you're not sure if this pertains to your student or family member, feel free to give me a call. I'd be happy to reach out and to explain, what the program is, in detail more and how it might pertain to your child. Again, the services are individualized, so we want to make sure that we're supporting each individual student because nobody is the same. Everybody has different interests, different wants, different needs in terms of their future. So if anybody is interested, please definitely reach out. And that's me. That's our PREETS program.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. So let's see. There was there's some updates from the Community Involvement Subcommittee. Jeff Brown, could you give those updates?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, so we met, we met last Monday, and we discussed a series of posts for let's see, what was it? Autistic Pride Day, which is God, wasn't expecting to speak. I probably should have.
Okay.
But
it's okay.
no, it's fine. I will. I'll just.
I can just fill you in on Angelique told me, which is that there was you're talking about setting up a calendar of events. And then also there was this roundup change donation thing.
Okay, yeah. I mean, pretty much, we talked about that. The next thing, though, we talked about was Autistic Pride Day, which is Friday, June 18th. Kelsey put together a series of posts, maybe for that she's going to give to Lindsay. She had done something similar for McDonald's back in April, so we had a lot of those resources that she's going to use, and there's going to be a calendar of events that we have posts about. And pretty much that's all I I think that's pretty much it. So unless she told you anything different, which it sounds like she mentioned the roundup thing for change more.
Right. So that was so he said so sometimes businesses will ask the customers will you donate the change that I would have given you, right, to something, and that we could ask them to donate it to the Commission on Disability. And so, I don't know what the possibilities are. I guess we would need a bank account, and so we would have to figure out whether and how to get a bank account. And let's see, and then the other thing is how to set up this calendar and what events people can think of to put on it. So I don't know. I'm not prepared to. I'm not in the subcommittee. I'm not really prepared to talk about that. But I guess if anyone has an idea for an event, it would be great if you could share it, either now or later.
I have a question, if I could, to Jeff or Eli, and you're talking about with the subcommittee and the idea of the post for the Autism Awareness Day, the June 18th. Did you guys talk about trying to get that to the city of So the city of Easthampton has a Facebook page. I feel like the plan was for Kelsey to connect with Lindsay about the post to make. I think there are a number of places that can be posted. I think one of Angelique's concerns, I think, is just what is her, if someone else posts, who does the posting, under what capacity, under their personal thing or under Council on Disability. I don't think we have an independent, social media presence. So I don't know. I mean, so it would probably be anything posted anywhere would probably have to be
you, Jeff, or Lindsay, right?
Yeah, I think the best, well, it may not be the best. One clear option is kind of like you said, Jeff, was to have Kelsey reach out to Lindsay, because Lindsay controls the City of Easthampton Facebook page. So you can have a direct path to put together the text and have that get posted from the city's page.
Yeah.
And then anyone else could, from there, like any other person could share that post. That's kind of
yeah. And I think that's what's happening.
Sure.
Yeah,
I think that's a good first step to kind of work through that scenario. And then, when we were talking about, there was another series of events that I think where we got hung up was Lindsay, or on behalf of the city's page, didn't want to have a series of posts every day, but I think the June 18th is because it gives enough time to write the posts and the materials and then coordinate with Lindsay. So that makes sense. And then after that, setting up a calendar or other times to post stuff.
Yeah,
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think there's more thought about a monthly post being the goal now, instead of just picking an event and having I think when we first approached you about it, I think we were thinking about like a particular week, where World Usability Week or whatever, where there would be a post every day for a week, and I think you felt like you didn't have the bandwidth to take that on, and I respect that. So I think right now what Kelsey and Angelique are talking about is a monthly thing.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's a great way to start, and then we can go from there. So I think that's a great kind of idea and a great place to start. So that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. All right. Let's see. Where are we? All right. So I have here survey uploaded and tested. Is someone here can talk about that?
I can. So I put the survey. There's now a link on the COD page of the city website with a brief blurb about the survey. It links to the survey. I also went through the survey, and there were some changes that people had asked me to make. So that is now, the survey is now working as intended. So I think the idea is to sort of do a soft launch of it and make sure that everyone on the commission has actually tested it, make sure that it's working fine. And then we can kind of look at some of the data that we've preliminarily got and see if we're collecting the data, or if the data that we're collecting is actually going to be useful. I think that's the update that I have.
Okay, I admit that I have not taken the test survey, but I will do that. All right. Thank you, Jamie. Is anyone any questions? No. Okay. Let's see. Reminder newspaper article. What is that about? Who knows about a newspaper article? No.
I think that might have been something that Angelique wanted to talk about. I know that there was an article a couple months ago, and I think Angelique probably wanted to talk through what it said. We probably have that. I don't know if you know more about that than that, Eli, but I think Angelique was a little bit unhappy with what got published, but I don't know anything more than that, so I don't know what she wanted to.
Okay, I don't know either. I guess we can bring that up again at the next meeting, and hopefully she will be there to talk about it.
That makes sense.
All right. Let's see. Base level funding. What's that about?
I think hasn't there been some talk about about the Council on Disability getting some minimal independent budget from the planning department?
Yes, I don't. Yeah, I don't know what state. I don't know what has happened with that.
No, probably it's just on the agenda to maybe keep it as being discussed and something that should be moving forward. If there aren't updates, I don't know how much there is to talk about that, but I don't think it. Neither do I think it should be dropped.
Okay, so Jeff Bagg, that's something that's something we would need the city council to approve. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't. Our budget had to get cut this year, so we weren't even level funded. We were reduced. Our request was to reduce the planning department budget by 2.5%, which is hard to do in a budget that's just 5 people. So there was no additional funding in this current. So the budget's going up for approval this week. I mean, this month for city council. Mm-hmm. So nothing got included in this budget because the process starts in like January. So I would say in the next meeting or two or a couple meetings, if the commission could start a list of the things that you might use the funding for and an approximate amount, then I think we can at least start that dialogue. I think there's 2 options. There is a potential for someone to submit a request to council, which is like a supplemental appropriation, which would come like kind of in the middle. Mm-hmm. Or we could work towards trying to get a line item in next year's budget. So there's kind of 2 options, which is a longer term one is a line item in next year's budget, but that wouldn't really take effect until like next July. So there's a whole year. Or maybe at least talking about some kind of request to council that happens in between. But there's a little bit of legwork that would have to happen to get that right.
But coming up with specific examples of how we would use it is that
would be kind of like the first question that would come up. Yeah. But that's fine. That's doable. It's just we need to take some kind of formulate what the money would be used for. I know we talked about closed captioning and other things. So there is a range of, or print flyers or other promotional things. So,
but we also talked about hosting events, right. I think, as well.
Yep.
Okay. Let's talked about that. All right. Easthampton TV closed captioning update bullet points. Who knows about that?
Yeah, I don't know if Kelsey briefed Angelique, but
I don't know. Angelique didn't tell me anything about it. So
yeah.
All right. So no one knows about that. Then we can skip it. Okay. Roadmap action plan goals for COD. Who can talk about that?
I mean, I think.
No, go ahead, Jeff.
I think we were just gonna have a plan for what we'd like to see in the next year and in the next 3 years, next 5 years, right?
Yeah, okay. I think it's a good kind of item to keep on the agenda, and maybe we can pick it up next time. I know there was discussion about sort of the campaign for snow removal, and I know that the committee submitted the comments for the ordinance change. So I think whether or not we have the list actually written right now, the commission doing a few things on that list. So I think just finally, like, at a certain point, getting those projects on a list, I think that would be a good step too.
Okay, so should we talk about that a little bit now?
Well, I remember we talked about it one meeting, and I don't remember who was going to do it. I thought maybe Angelique was going to kind of put together the first list.
Okay. Because if there is a list already started, I don't know where it is.
Right. Me neither.
Okay. Moving on then. Let's see. We got that. Okay. I guess that's the whole agenda. Is there anything else that anyone wants to talk about? Is there anything that needs to be done before the next meeting other than test the survey, which we talked about?
Yeah, it seems like testing the survey was going to be really important, so that, with a little bit of help from Jamie, I think if we each test it, then at the next meeting we might be able to see kind of how the results show and what they will look like, and I think that's going to be really important to kind of flesh that out before we release it. Kind of. Okay,
great.
And push.
So yeah. Oh, sorry.
That's it.
Okay, yeah. So if you haven't taken the survey, then please go to the city website and do it. I promise I will do it.
Yeah, and even if you have taken the survey before, it'd be good to take it again, just to make sure that we get, a lot more eyes on it. There have been some changes, so.
Okay, and should we ask other people to do it, or are we just keeping it inside the committee for now?
I think we should just keep it as a soft launch within the committee for now. Let's iron out the bugs and make sure that it's working before we start asking other folks to do it. Also, it'd be good to know if you can time how long it takes you to do the survey, just so we have an idea of what we're asking folks to do.
Okay, sounds good. That's not something that can be like programmed in, that it would.
As I said that, I'm gonna take a look because let's see. Okay, actually, it does show me time to complete.
Oh, awesome.
So, looking at we have 4 results, but I think some of them, I'm not sure how accurate, like if people were troubleshooting this at the time and trying to actually, or if they were taking it. So I'm going to clear out the data that's in there, and then we can take a look at it, all the new data, and if people are taking it as if they were actually taking it, because the times to complete varied from the first person took 105 minutes to do the survey. The second person took 88 minutes to do the survey. The third person took 25 minutes to do the survey, and the third person took 35 minutes. So those are all very long.
Yeah.
If we're asking people to do a volunteer survey.
Right. So those might not be real, sincere takings of the survey, right?
Right, because if someone was taking notes as to what was going on and where the problems was and trying to fix it, then it would obviously be a lot longer. But it'd just be good to know if we're asking people to take a 45-minute survey, we're probably not going to get that many people to complete it.
Right. Yes. And I don't expect that it would take that long. We don't have 80 minutes worth of questions or whatever. Okay. Is there anything else anything else to talk about? Any new agenda items we should have at the next meeting? Okay. Well, I guess then we can end the meeting at 10:34, and our next meeting will be, our next meeting will be in person, I guess, on July July 6th at 10 a.m. again.
Yeah, I think there was a lot. I just wanted to talk. I just want to talk about that. I don't. There was a lot of activity in the last 2 weeks about meetings and changes, and I actually think that what we are expecting is that we will continue to be virtual until September.
Oh, okay.
So let me work on that a little bit, but because it was one day last week, it was everything was going to be in person, and then I think the governor's office extended everyone's ability, or I think it's in progress. There's a discussion about extending everyone. I think it got extended, our ability to continue to meet remotely. So as of right now, I think we'll meet remotely again for July and August.
Okay.
But I will confirm that, and I'll get an email out to the group. But I don't think we're bringing boards and committees back in until after July.
Okay.
There was a lot of confusion last week about it, so
right.
It's just a moving target. But I think we're going to probably be virtual for that meeting in July.
Okay, great. So cancel that then. All right. Okay. I guess I'll see you all next month then. Have a nice day.
Yes. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.